That's him, all right. That's so him. If there's one thing we know about Trump, this is a man who always takes responsibility for his actions. Donald Trump believes that if you want American citizenship, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. You have to move here from Slovenia, get a modeling contract, and marry the first orange millionaire you meet.
It's incredible, and we are very, very busy. The life is the pace of it.
The life is the pace of it.
Trump versus Kimmel, the roast battle you didn't know you needed. In one corner, we have the king of late night humor. In the other, the master of alternative facts. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the videos. Who will win this war of words? Will it be Kimmel's razor-sharp wit or Trump's unique way with words? Grab your popcorn, folks. This showdown is bound to be more entertaining than Trump trying to pronounce anonymous. Remember when Trump said Obamacare stinks? Well, folks, strap in because this roller coaster of contradictions is about to leave the station. Jimmy Kimmel, our late-night ringmaster, couldn't resist shining a spotlight on Trump's healthcare flip-flop. Picture this. Kimmel's on stage, remote in hand, ready to serve up a juicy clip of Trump bashing Obamacare like it's his job.
We had a great relationship, as everyone knows. We accomplished a lot together, and the people of France are spectacular. I guess it's one of our largest groups in the United States, French people.
Another off-putting New Yorker, President Trump was in Paris this weekend. Napoleon Bone Spurs showed up for the grand reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. The visit gave Trump a chance to arm wrestle French President Emmanuel Macron again. And it's important to remember, these are the official Trump fragrances, not to be confused with the silent but deadly fragrances that he releases while flatulating himself to sleep in a...
Obamacare stinks. Trump bellows, his face scrunched up like he just bit into a lemon. The audience chuckles, thinking they've seen it all. But wait, there's more. Kimmel, with a mischievous glint in his eye, drops the bombshell. He plays another clip where Trump declares, "I am the one that saved Obamacare. Obamacare, when I took it over, was a disaster." The audience's jaws hit the floor faster than Trump's approval ratings. Kimmel, barely containing his laughter, quips, "Trump's memory is like a goldfish, but less reliable." The crowd roars as Kimmel does his best Trump impression, flipping back and forth like a fish out of water. "Obamacare bad. No, wait, Obamacare good. I saved it. No, I hate it," he mimics, his hair mysteriously gaining volume with each flip-flop. But folks, that's just the appetizer. The main course is coming up, and it's spicier than Trump's favorite fast food meal. Kimmel's building up to something big, and you can feel the tension in the room. What could he possibly say next that would make Trump madder than a wet cat in a thunderstorm? As it turns out, Kimmel's next jab hit Trump right where it hurts, his ego. Trump claiming he saved Obamacare is like saying he invented the hamburger. Kimmel deadpans. Next thing you know, he'll be taking credit for inventing Twitter and orange spray tans. The audience is in stitches, and somewhere, you just know Trump's tiny thumbs are twitching, ready to unleash a tweet storm of epic proportions. But we'll have to wait and see how the Orange in Chief responds to this roasting. Speaking of things that don't make sense, let's talk about Trump's debate prep. Because if his Obamacare flip-flop is any indication, we're in for a wild ride. Buckle up, Buttercup. What happens when you tell a grumpy old man to act happy?
Trump also said he isn't going to seek retribution against people like Liz Cheney and Adam Schiff, the future king and the Burger King. It's Donald Trump believes that if you want American citizenship, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. You have to move here from Slovenia, get a modeling contract, and marry the first orange millionaire you meet. Say what you will about Donald Trump, he's the only president in history who's done that.
They deny doing that. Let me ask you this about January 6th. I think
Benny
you're going to want to
Thompson
answer
wrote
this.
in a statement that he has destroyed all evidence.
Even after all these years, Trump still can't tell when a woman is faking it. He says that over and over again. He says we're the only nation that has it. There are actually 36 countries besides ours that have it.
Trump's debate prep team found out the hard way, and Kimmel couldn't resist turning it into comedy gold. The result? Let's just say it involved a constipated bulldog and a whole lot of cringe. Now, we all know Trump's usual debate face. It's that scowl that makes you wonder if someone replaced his hairspray with sour lemon juice. But his advisors had a brilliant idea. Let's make Trump look happy. What could possibly go wrong, right? Picture this. Trump's team huddled around him, coaching him to smile like he just won a lifetime supply of spray tan. "Come on, Mr. President," they probably said. "Show us those pearly whites." Little did they know they were setting the stage for a comedy show that would make even the grumpiest cat chuckle. Enter Jimmy Kimmel, armed with his razor-sharp wit and a video clip that would make even the Mona Lisa cringe. "Folks," Kimmel said, barely containing his laughter, "Trump's happy face looks like a constipated bulldog trying to smile."
The president-elect stopped the interview to give her some unsolicited advice. I have to love the Trumps. They turn every place they go into a QVC.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're going to have to get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it.
And then Melania allowed a mini Q&A with a group of children who seemed super excited to meet her. That's him, all right. That's so him. If there's one thing we know about Trump, this is a man who always takes responsibility for his actions.
The audience roared as Kimmel mimicked Trump's forced grin, his cheeks puffed out like he was trying to hold in a sneeze. But the comedy didn't stop there. Trump's attempts at forced happiness backfired spectacularly. There he was, trying to look cheerful while talking about serious issues, looking about as natural as a penguin in a tutu. At one point, he even managed to mangle Kamala Harris's name while attempting to maintain his happy facade. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion if the car was made of orange Play-Doh and bad hair decisions. Just when you thought it couldn't get any funnier, Kimmel dropped another zinger.
It's kind of an impromptu display of machismo, I guess. And now it has turned friendly, bro-y, even a little bit gay, maybe. President Biden was not at the ceremony, but the First Lady was. Dr. Jill Biden was seated one seat away from Trump in Notre Dame, and boy, did he take advantage of that. Every time these two get together, they grab each other by the hands, and they kind of like... setting, okay? I feel like Trump had no idea he was going to win. He just signed a bunch of licensing deals that he now has to promote or get sued again by those companies. Trump had a long and rambling sit-down with Meet the Press yesterday. Kristen Welker had the temerity to challenge him on a number of subjects, so much so...
Trump's debate prep is like trying to teach a rhinoceros to do ballet, he quipped. Sure, you can put a tutu on it, but at the end of the day, it's still gonna charge around and break things. But wait till you hear what Trump did next. In his attempt to appear presidential and happy, well, let's just say it involved a misguided attempt at a thumbs up that looked more like he was trying to hail a taxi in the middle of the debate stage. From happy face to red face, Trump's next move was a doozy, but that's a story for another punchline. Stay tuned, folks, because this comedy show is far from over. Just when you thought Trump's debate performance couldn't get any weirder, he decides to let the cat out of the bag. Literally. What do Haitians, cats, and Ohio have in common? According to Trump, it's a tale that'll make your whiskers twitch. Is this politics or a rejected plot for a bad sitcom? During a recent debate, Trump dropped a bombshell that left everyone scratching their heads. He claimed that Haitians in Springfield, Ohio were chowing down on cats. Yes, you heard that right, cats. The furry friends that usually eat fancy feasts not become fancy feasts. Jimmy Kimmel, our late-night hero, couldn't resist sinking his claws into this bizarre claim. Is this a presidential debate or a pitch for a bad sitcom? Kimmel quipped, his eyebrows raised higher than Trump's hair on a windy day. The audience howled with laughter, probably picturing a sitcom called That's So Haitian, where the laugh track plays every time someone mentions catnip. But Kimmel wasn't done yet. He decided to fact-check this feline fiasco. Turns out, Springfield, Ohio isn't exactly known for its high cat population. In fact, pet ownership stats in the area are pretty average. So unless there's a secret underground catateria we don't know about, Trump's claim seems about as solid as a hairball. The audience gasped and laughed as Kimmel laid out the facts. It was like watching a magician reveal there's no rabbit in the hat except the rabbit was a cat, and the hat was Trump's imagination. But here's where it gets really wild. Kimmel dug deeper and found out that this catastrophic claim actually originated from J.D. Vance, one of Trump's political pals. It's like a game of telephone gone wrong, where I heard a cat meow in Ohio somehow turned into Haitians are eating all the cats. Of all Trump's gaffes, this feline fantasy took the cake. Or should we say, the cat food. Kimmel roasted it harder than a cat sunbathing on a hot tin roof. Trump's spreading rumors about cat-eating Haitians while he's over here gobbling up Big Macs like they're going extinct. Kimmel joked, sending the audience into fits of laughter.
It's incredible, and we are very, very busy. The life is the pace of it.
The life is the pace of it. At one point, it was like they were struggling for control of a lightsaber. Like what? Yeah.
And you slough it off like it doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm just saying they deny it. That's all I'm saying.
Kristen, if I did it, you would be standing up in that chair shouting at me. And you know what I'd do? I'd say, you got me.
He or his people posted a fragrance your enemies can't resist.
Let me ask you this about January
Amazing.
6th.
I wish you could be you have such potential. If you could be just non-biased, you hurt yourself so badly.
From cat conspiracies to memory lapses, Trump's next move was bound to be a doozy. But that's a tale for another kitty litter box. Stay tuned, folks, because this political circus is far from over. From feline fantasies to forgotten frameworks, Trump's next gaffe is a real head-scratcher. Ever heard of Project 2025? Neither has Trump, apparently. But here's the kicker. It's supposed to be his master plan. So what exactly is this mysterious Project 2025? It's not a secret mission to colonize Mars, or a plan to make America's hair great again. Nope, it's actually a detailed roadmap for Trump's potential second term. Think of it as a to-do list for making America Trump-tastic again, full of conservative ideas and traditional values. You know, the kind of stuff that makes liberals choke on their avocado toast. But here's where things get weirder than Trump's hair in a windstorm. During a debate, the Orange-in-Chief himself claimed, "I know nothing about Project 2025. That's right, folks. Trump apparently forgot about his own grand plan. It's like forgetting you have a comb-over. How do you miss something that big? Jimmy Kimmel, never one to miss a chance to roast Trump, jumped on this faster than Trump on a bucket of KFC.
This is going to seem like a joke we made up. This is not a joke we made up. This is a real advertisement for the Donald Trump fragrance line. The photo taken inside Notre Dame Cathedral to promote his cologne. There they are. After many years, Trump finally found somebody with a gaudier house than Mar-a-Lago. Be careful with that thing, that you don't want to ruin that beautiful hair. He also weighed in against the idea of babies who are born in the United States getting what is called birthright citizenship.
Trump not knowing his own plan is like Colonel Sanders forgetting about fried chicken, Kimmel quipped, sending the audience into fits of laughter. But Kimmel wasn't done. He started listing other things Trump conveniently forgets. Maybe he also forgot about his perfect phone call with Ukraine, or that time he suggested injecting bleach to cure COVID, Kimmel joked. Next thing you know, he'll forget his own name. Oh wait, he already did that when he called himself Donald Trump at a rally.
It's remarkable how much contact they make. Trump also got some time in Paris with Prince William. Yeah, they embrace and struggle, and this started in 2017. But I guess he didn't have a choice. He had to use that picture because he doesn't have a picture of his own wife smiling at him.
And we respect them and we love them. Very talented people, extremely energetic people, as you know very well.
The audience was in stitches, but here's the real kicker. Experts are scratching their heads over Trump's selective memory. Is he playing dumb, or is he just, well, you know? His team hasn't explained why he's clueless about his own big idea. Maybe they're too busy teaching him how to pronounce anonymous correctly. So what's the deal with Project 2025? And why doesn't Trump know about it? Is it a brilliant strategy to keep his opponents guessing? Or did he simply forget to read his own homework? Either way, it's left everyone more confused than a cat in a dog show. From forgotten plans to confused viewers, let's see how the audience reacted to this latest episode of The Trump Show. Spoiler alert, it involves a lot of head scratching and face palming. Ever tried explaining rocket science to a goldfish? Well, according to Jimmy Kimmel, that's easier than making sense of Trump's debate performance. But the real kicker, The viewers' reactions were even more mind-boggling than Trump's words. And it turns out we weren't the only ones left scratching our heads after Trump's latest verbal gymnastics. A recent poll showed that a whopping 60% of viewers thought Trump's performance was more confusing than a cat trying to bark. That's right, folks. More than half the audience was lost in Trump's maze of words. But it gets even better. Some of Trump's die-hard fans were starting to question their orange messiah. One supporter said, "I love Trump, but watching that debate made me wonder if he's been replaced by an AI gone wrong. Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than Trump's spray tan on a hot day." Social media exploded with reactions that were funnier than Trump trying to pronounce anonymous. One viral meme showed Trump as a confused grandpa at a family dinner, with the caption, "When you forget what year it is, but still remember to insult everyone at the table." Another creative soul reimagined Trump's debate as a chaotic cooking show called Hell's White House. Gordon Ramsay, watch out. Political analysts weren't far behind in the comedy department. One compared Trump's debate performance to a Jackson Pollock painting.
Great to see you.
Good
Welcome
morning.
back.
Morning.
Thank you. Good
Thank you.
morning.
Listen,
I guess the first thing is congratulations. How has your life changed over the last 3 weeks?
They cannot keep their hands off each other.
I'm able to go on a show like yours. No, you are.
Well, hopefully you thought it was a fair interview. We covered a lot of policy ground.
It's
here
fair
today.
only in that you allowed me to say what I say, but the answers, the questions are, pretty nasty.
Be very sticky, Sometimes you need a change of pace, and while Melania did engage in some incomprehensible small talk.
Because I've seen you interview other people like Biden, and
I've never interviewed President Biden.
Meanwhile, Melania, who did not make the trip to Paris, showed up to sell some stuff on Fox and Friends.
Chaotic, confusing, and somehow still worth millions to his supporters. Now, that's what I call a masterpiece of confusion. But the real gem came from Kimmel himself. He quipped, "Watching Trump debate is like trying to understand a toddler explain quantum physics while having a sugar rush." I don't know about you, but I'd pay good money to see that science fair project. The real shocker? Even some of Trump's most loyal supporters were starting to scratch their heads. It seems that Trump's unique brand of word salad is finally giving some folks mental indigestion. From confused viewers to an explosive reaction, Trump wasn't happy with all this laughter at his expense. But hey, if you can't take the heat, maybe stay out of the debate kitchen, Donnie. You think Trump was mad before?
The real reason she was on Fox was to hawk her new line of Christmas ornament. 5 seconds after saying if he got caught lying, he'd stand up and say, "You got me," he lies again. It is...
I'm telling you, they deleted and destroyed all the evidence. Everyone knows it. We're the only country that has it.
Through an executive action.
We're the only country that has it.
Not even close to true. If that's the case, I think we've all metaphorically interviewed Joe Biden, right?
You
Okay.
promised to end birthright citizenship on day one. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
She asked Trump about his inauguration speech. He said the speech will focus on unity. He's against it.
Hold on to your MAGA hats, folks. Kimmel's latest roast just turned Trump's face redder than a sunburned tomato. What could the late night host possibly have said to make the Donald go nuclear? We all know Trump's not exactly a fan of criticism. Usually he responds to jabs with a barrage of tweets or by giving reporters silly nicknames. But this time, oh boy, did Kimmel strike a nerve. Trump's reaction to Kimmel's jokes was like watching a volcano erupt. If the volcano had bad hair and tiny hands, he didn't just get mad, he went full-on grumpy Trumpy mode. It was as if someone had told him they were replacing all the golf courses with vegetable gardens. But here's the kicker. Kimmel's response to Trump's meltdown was even funnier than the jokes that started it all. With a mischievous grin, Kimmel quipped, "I haven't seen Trump this mad since someone told him salads exist." The audience erupted in laughter, probably picturing Trump's horrified face at the sight of a plate full of greens. Kimmel, clearly enjoying himself, didn't stop there. He doubled down on his jokes, each one funnier than the last. The audience was eating it up like Trump devours fast food. You could practically hear Trump's teeth grinding from across the country. But Trump's final move was the cherry on top of this comedy Sunday. In a desperate attempt to fire back, he tried to insult Kimmel, but ended up mangling poor Kamala Harris's name instead. It was like watching a toddler try to use big words. Adorable, but also a little sad. Kimmel, never one to miss an opportunity, had a field day with Trump's forced happiness during the debates. Trump trying to look happy is like a cat trying to enjoy a bath, Kimmel joked. Sure, he's smiling, but we all know he'd rather be anywhere else. As the dust settles on this comedy battle, one thing's for sure, Kimmel might not be running for president, but he sure knows how to campaign for laughs. And Trump, well, let's just say he might want to stick to his day job, whatever that is these days. Well folks, that's a wrap on this comedy roast battle. Kimmel's jokes burned Trump worse than a tanning bed set to extra crispy. But let's be real, the real winner here is comedy. Our faith in normal political talk? Not so much. Trump's wild claims about cat-eating Haitians and forgetting his own plans had us laughing, but also scratching our heads. It's like watching a reality TV show where the star thinks he's running for president. Oh wait. Remember, when politics gives you a headache, laughter is the best medicine. Just don't expect it to cure everything. We might be chuckling, but the joke's on us if we don't pay attention to what's really going on. So keep laughing, but also keep thinking. Who knows, maybe next time Trump will remember his own name.